Out of his fullness we have all received grace in place of grace already given. Delving into the text, out of the fullness we have all received grace in place of the grace already given. What this text is describing is that Jesus and other who have been sent by God, they are actually sort of like farmers. To explain this, let's take an example. Now in the place I am from, the meaning of the term landlord is a person who is a farmer and has more than 100 acres of land, and grows food on his land, let's say wheat, and so he will at the end of the year, at the time of harvest, will have so much grain accumulated in his warehouse, that you could basically say, looking at it, there is an endless amount of grain present over here. Whereas in case of Jesus, what he has in place of grain is God's ultimate power word itself, and this word can do anything in this world. The message being conveyed is about the fullness of grace which Jesus has. Now interpreting further, it says, we have all received grace in place of the grace already given. Sometimes in life we are in a very tough situation, so to get out of the situation you pray to God, that God help me get out this situation. Now God is omnipotent, which means he is present everywhere. He listens to everything. He even knows everything. So when we pray to God for anything what he is actually seeing, what are your feelings behind the prayer that you have done? Like for example, sometimes you pray you have doubt whether the wish will be granted, or is even God listening to me? If I am worthy of the grace that God will grant my desire. Since God has given everyone a brain, it will use its power to think. And more you think, more doubt there will be. So instead, all you need to do is that you pray like he is your grandfather. In this scenario, you can always believe that he is listening to you, and if this wish is in accordance with the plan that God has for you, he will definitely grant that wish. What is the meaning behind the text, in place of the grace already given? The meaning is that, when we are living in this world, we humans live life that are unique to you, which is your destiny. This destiny has been given to us, a mixture of good and bad both. Like we also have both day and night. We have life and death both. So sometimes in life when you are in a tough spot, you ask for something and God grants your wish. Sometimes in life this tough spot can also be a grace, and when we sort of ask God for help, let's just say we ask God that God me strength, so that I can come out of this tough situation. So God, when he looks at the overall situation of that person, the wishes that we make by a pure heart out of love bond, which you have with God, and will take you closer towards your goal of reaching back to our eternal home, he will grant these wishes that we have. Now from one more thing will also be proved that only people who are needy, desperate, and in a tough situation will end up asking for God's help. So having a tough life can also be considered as a grace or opportunity.